Hey everybody, welcome to the Rundown Review. We're going to be reviewing the last 3 episodes of The Mandalorian Season 2. Here with us is a very special guest, JP Morgan. He's going to give us a lot more insight on Star Wars than we all think that we have.
Mr. Comic Book himself.
He is our Star Wars guy. As much as Evan and I like to claim it, he is king. So buckle up, sit down, grab your popcorn and your blue milk, and let's get into it.
I'm sucking on that titty from The Last Jedi. That's the milk I'm getting.
want that green titty.
I want that, yeah. Just no.
All right, everybody. So we're going to be going over Season 2, Episode 2 of The Mandalorian. On this episode.
The Mandalorian.
So basically, recap, Baby Yoda, Mando, take a creepy little detour. And he didn't give a fuck about them eggs.
Nah, dude. That is that's not chill. I do love it.
Did anybody see, just real quick, did anybody see the backlash on that?
Yeah, dude, it's been really hard to where literally someone from Lucasfilm had to be like, oh, we eat chicken eggs and chickens aren't sentient beings. And as a vegetarian vegan, yeah, dude, they kind of are. Like, yeah. So don't be a dick.
Well, the funniest thing about it is like, it's not real.
Also fake, yeah, very true.
Like, why are you mad about a fictional universe with fictional characters and fictional eggs?
But in a pretty much like lawless universe right now.
Yeah,
yeah. There's no empire. It's post-empire, dude. Yeah. Like,
it is absolutely
and
ridiculous.
It's essentially, I mean, it's a 50-year-old baby. Essentially, like,
yeah,
he doesn't know any better.
Yeah,
he's hungry.
Dude, fuck.
He's hungry.
Yeah. The Mandalorian Season 2 continued on Disney Plus Friday, following up last week's amazing season opener by bringing Mando and Baby Yoda on a different kind of adventure, something a little creepier, crawlier, and froggier. Chapter 10, titled The Passage. It's a bit of a Marvel Cinematic Universe double whammy, since it was directed by Peyton Reed, the man behind Ant-Man, and its sequel, and written by the show creator.
Legit did not know that. That's cool.
So he had a finger in that. Okay.
Right, yep.
Wow. So
with these episodes, I like to kind of throw in little tidbits of information, that, little fun facts here and there.
He's our fun fact guy.
I'm a very fun fact guy. And written by the show creator Jon Favreau, who directed Iron Man 1 and Iron Man 2. So I guess first off, let's go over everybody's thoughts on the episode before we kind of dive into the episode itself.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. Just like, y'all don't know me very well, so I'm gonna throw this out there. I'm really scared of frogs. I have a giant fear of frogs. So this was just
I'm afraid of gremlins.
Frogs are real. But this is an episode where there's
Furbies are too, damn it.
You're not fucking wrong, dude. Yeah, where there's just a giant fuck off frog woman. So that wasn't chill the entire episode for me. But it was really cool. It's good. We'll get into it.
Yeah. I mean, as much as I enjoy every episode of Mandalorian, obviously. To me, this one was a little bit more of a filler episode to further the plot, as far as like him and the child's journey, right? Their adventure. So this one didn't have too many like very important plot points for the season, but it was still very well constructed and put together. And that spider monster is just fucking insane.
Really cool.
But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I like how like the Razor Crest is getting a lot more beat up this season.
Oh my god, yeah, dude.
It's like the new Millennium Falcon, so it's really cool. We'll get into a little bit more into it because it's a little bit further into the episode. But I had a lot of fun with this one.
Yeah, as far as filler goes, it's a great watch. You see more of the world, which is really neat. I overall enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, I thought it was a great episode. It was very comedic, and I guess that's like more so than other ones, to me especially. Just whether it was the eggs or I was like, God, there's so many people out there that are afraid of spiders, and there's just spiders everywhere.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna be mad at anybody, you should be mad at the frog lady because she didn't even notice.
Yeah, dude.
Do you not count your eggs?
Yeah, I definitely would. Like they're not. It's not like it's a small enough.
This feels like there's not 38 in here now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
she's like shaking it.
It's very much like a cat litter where it's like that one that's gonna die, and she's like, whatever.
She's like, well, my odds are still pretty good.
So just in general, like Evan was saying, it's not a heavy plot point. Episode that there's a lot of. It is a filler, and that is what you have to do. You just literally can't be like, last episode was Boba Fett. Next episode is fucking George Lucas is back from the grave. Like, you can't do it every episode. You have to have these little fillers. But in doing it, like, that being said, the show in general, it's so beautiful and it's shot so gorgeous. Just the scene of literally, it's a puppet, but the shot of him looking through the glass and his face, like, it looks gorgeous. The Razor Crest flying through with the X-Wings falling behind is beautiful.
That was kind of cool seeing them just like on their typical day-to-day, like, oh man, here's another guy that doesn't have his transponder on or whatever.
Yeah, it's like X-Wing patrol.
They were almost like little cops, just like
X-Wing police.
Yeah.
That shit was sick though. Whenever he's like, hey man, do you want to switch over to the other station for me? He's like, sure. It goes quiet, and then they go into attack formation.
That was amazing.
That was fucking great.
That was an amazing shot.
Have y'all heard about so obviously one of the pilots is Dave Filoni, and the other pilot, have y'all heard his story?
They talked about it. I watched the new Rockstars video on it, but I can't remember exactly who it was.
So he's in a TV show. It's like a Canadian TV show where he plays like a Korean market owner. He's actually, so I'm part of the 501st. He's actually a 501st member. And he was like, this is a dream. Like, I never would have thought in my entire life.
Real quick, can you I know what the 501st is.
Sure.
If you want to
501st,
elaborate on that.
we are a worldwide costuming organization. That is screen accurate Star Wars costumes. I'm a TIE fighter pilot, a Tusken Raider, Imperial Bridgeman, and something else. But we do a lot of charity. Make-A-Wish is our charity foundation of choice. 501st.com. Look us up. A lot of people know about it, but it's really fun. It's a blast. Troops have been hard because you can't go out into the world right now.
Right. And we'll link the 501st.com in the link in the description below. So.
I'm part of the Carolina Garrison, so we're the North and South Carolina Garrison of the 501st. But it was just really cool to see this guy be a part of it. He's actually I believe he's also a TIE fighter pilot. So, which is also wild that he's playing an X-Wing pilot in this.
Yeah. And he's canon now.
He is canon. And it's fucking fantastic. Like, to be a fan, like, watching it, and then even in the last episode where you have all these Tusken Raiders, like, I'm looking at stuff like, oh shit, like, he's like, I wonder how they weathered this, because I have my own Tusken suit. And you're just like, it's just cool to see these things. And like, I'll never be in it, but like the possibility, like, oh fuck, maybe I could be in this. Maybe there could be some sort of role somewhere. It's very cool.
I just think it's funny that how like the guy was probably like, Peyton, sir, Mr. Peyton, Mr. Reed, I have detailed ways of how to make this costume. So if you'll just pass this along to the costume department, then I'm sure this will work out.
His name is Paul, by the way, to give Paul a little shout out.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's super dope, and one of the, just like the great things about this show, because even in the last season they brought, and I'm sure y'all probably saw it on social media, but basically, so I went to Celebration, I guess last year, and they did the Mandalorian panel, and they were talking. They're like, yeah, there's a big scene where we needed like 50 stormtroopers, and we only had 10 guys and 10 stormtrooper outfits. And Jon Favreau was like, well, what are we going to do? And Dave Filoni is like, hold on, man, let me make a phone call.
I did hear about this, yeah.
Yeah, so he makes a phone call, and some of the dudes in California get on their forums, and they're like, hey, there's a troop coming up. We need stormtroopers. Be here at this time. I can't tell you what it is. And so people were just like, okay. And they showed up, and we're like, cool, hey, we're in the Mandalorian TV show. And they're like, oh, fuck, like, this is sick. So they had to sign, like, NDAs,
and I think
it's fantastic.
And what's really cool about that, too, is, like, even if it's not acknowledged on camera, is, like, these stormtroopers all have, like, numbers and letters as their names, right? So it could be like FN2817, whatever Finn was.
Yeah. I am TI 91886.
Yeah. So like if you were playing that character and you were actually in the Mandalorian, now you are essentially canon.
So that's actually
that's
the running joke. It is it's amazing. Like, it would make my life. But the running joke is some if you're a stormtrooper, like, constant things get updated in our database of costumes. So it gets to a certain point where you're like when the Blu-rays came out, they noticed a lot more about these TIE fighters. Like, oh, this is different. So they changed the costumes, and it gets a little bit more intricate and a little different each time. So it's kind of a running joke where some of the guys, but if you're already approved, your grandfather, then you don't have to make the costume updates. But some of these guys are like really old first round stormtroopers. And so a lot of their outfits are outdated to the point where, like, if you were to try to get into the Fire Force now with like that kind of trooper outfit, you'd be not approved. So a lot of people are like, oh, well, those aren't screen accurate. And like now these cats can be like, oh yeah, motherfucker, they're screen accurate. Like I am literally screen accurate now. So like, eat my entire ass.
Yeah, suck my dick but miss.
Yeah. Yeah, but this episode, the spiders. The spiders were in Rebels, an episode of Rebels, and those were actually based off of a Ralph McQuarrie drawing. Luke was going to fight them at one point in time.
Can we hit on that a little bit too? Like, because this whole a lot of the Mandalorian stuff now, like they're bringing a lot of Ralph McQuarrie stuff. Ralph McQuarrie? God, I couldn't even English for a second. Sorry, dude. But they're bringing a lot of his stuff to the forefront and like embellishing on a lot of it.
So they did a lot in Rebels. There's a lot. So the Zeb, the character in Rebels, he is actually Ralph McQuarrie's original concept for Chewbacca. There's another alien that pops up that I can't remember who he was, but he was the original concept for Jabba. Rebels really did, and that really attests to Dave Filoni and his love of Star Wars. And I love that this show is doing it as well. The ice cream maker is a big thing, like from last season.
That's such an awesome callback to Empire.
I love it. I actually had an ice cream maker pin that it was an orange ice cream maker with a mustache on it, but I no longer they're sold out. But
that would be
mustache
be perfect.
Boy. Yeah, man, fuck. I thought about bringing it back for the
Turn
40th.
it into a beard now.
Well, I just got to trim it, dude.
Yeah,
Lay off me.
easy peasy.
Returning to Mos Eisley. After getting Boba Fett's armor, Mando reunites with the mechanic Pele Motto.
It's like doing a Star Wars podcast with your dad.
It's a hard time with normal words. Now we're throwing all this shit in.
Yeah. Learns that there's a Mandalorian covert on the world nearby. Mando needs to find other Mandos so they can help him to reunite the Baby Yoda, who Disney would prefer we call the child, but that's
Kiss my fucking ass.
You don't own us.
With his own kind.
Yet.
And he's not a bounty.
We learned that the mysterious contact's husband has seen the Mandalorians on the moon of Trask, right?
Trask.
Damn it, I thought I had that one.
You're on it, man.
But
you're doing so good, dude. I'm here for you.
But she needs to get there without going into hyperspace because doing so will kill her egg. So they're taking it slow. So yeah, they're just taking it slow. Also, the contact is an amphibian called Frog Lady, a truly excellent name. I'm sure you'll agree. She was voiced by D. Bradley Baker, who played all the clones
in Clone Wars
and the Clone Wars, and physically performed by Misty Rosas, who played Chewie in season 1. Help me out here, man. I'm about to have you read.
What was that name?
Quill?
Quill?
Yeah.
Kuiil.
He's the I have spoken as a,
If
as
anything, it's a comedic Mandalorian review.
That lady that played him is like this tall, and she is adorable. Follow her on Instagram. I highly recommend it.
Still, it's amazing that Mickey Rourke did, or not Mickey Rourke.
By goddamn Chewbacca.
Fuck, who was the guy that did Quill's voice?
I've literally lost a name, brain fart.
Yeah. Mickey.
I definitely know it. I just want you to say it.
I can't do it. I can't, as you Google who it is. We're all a sham here. We don't know nothing about Star Wars.
Dude. Nick Nolte.
Nick Nolte. God, I knew it was one of the two.
Have you seen that?
I forgot he was in that.
Yeah. Have you seen that Patton Oswalt sketch? So Nick Nolte was originally he did an audition for Han Solo. And yeah, so there's this Patton Oswalt sketch where he's like talking about how he's like, oh, I bet it was, he just comes up there and he's like, goddamn Chewbacca, the goddamn hyperdrive isn't working. Anyway.
I know.
So now that we've, we learned where he's going, why he's going, who he's going with, what do we think so far? What is our mindset up at this point?
I'm in for the ride at the moment. So
yeah, he's gonna find the Mando.
yeah.
Which is in the next episode. So the introductory to the episode is actually super cool because like what we're talking about earlier with like Space Patrol, right?
Mm-hmm,
So the X-wings chase him onto Trask, right? And then
I'm gonna stop you before people get mad at you. They don't chase them onto Trask. It's a nice planet. I don't know if there was another.
oh, that's right.
planet.
Yeah, Trask is the planet they're trying to get to. That's right.
I know y'all love them hate comments, so
I'm trying to get them, man.
Oh, then it was fucking Trask.
Yeah.
They definitely went to Trask.
The ice planet
From
Tatooine.
Moss easily.
Yeah.
So they chase him onto the ice planet. That's very reminiscent of Hoth to me in a way.
Very reminiscent.
And
People were saying people were saying before it started that they thought it was Ilium, which was the planet in Fallen Order.
Yep.
And it's where
it's home of the Jedi Order.
a lot of the kyber crystals are.
Yep.
Yep.
And so like that chase and the Razor Crest crashes and it's just like this like bouncy slide and then like it just completely demolishes that place.
So
ship.
Rewatching that, I think I found a love of who Peyton Reed that directed or even just who storyboarded it, and it's such a cool like he could have just crash landed, but he crash skid, and then it even does that like it hits like thinking like that is super cool to me that you would even put that into it, and also every time they do that and every time I watch the episode I say do a kick flip, but
Kind of does in a way. It's just like
sick.
Yeah, and then just like okay, so let's skip ahead a little bit because I want to talk about like really weird scene about with Frog Lady.
Where she's naked?
How she's all naked in a hot tub with her eggs, and then Mando's just like, I'll take your eggs. I'll put them back in this thing.
I definitely thought there was gonna be like a weird, like he's gonna be like, oh Jesus Lord, frog titties, like.
But he's fine. Yeah, he's fine with it. Mando don't fuck.
The Beskar keeps the boner down.
Right.
Yeah.
Nothing gets through that thing.
Trapper Wolf, one of the new Republic X-Wing pilots who chases Mando, showed up last season. Is played by Dave
Filoni.
Dave Filoni.
I like how you get ahead of it, too.
Appreciate it.
I saw the frustration coming on the face.
That's what I was going to say, but I was so scared. This Star Wars legend is known for being the fond of wolves and directed 2 episodes of the show last season. He is also the fellow behind the Clone Wars, Rebels, and the Resistance.
So I'm going to pause you on that real quick. Also, the fond of wolves thing isn't necessarily also a thing. There is also a clone trooper named Wolf, who is he makes it through Order 66 and he gets his chip removed from his head. That is also.
You heard that, right?
Sorry.
So,
Oh, you heard the section?
yeah.
And there is also a. So he's Trapper Wolf, and he is named after that clone. So
That's awesome.
sorry.
No, you're fine.
I'm a
The
wealth
other
of
pilot,
Shinfa.
please do all the knowledge.
We're into it.
The other pilot, Captain Carson, Tiva, is played by Paul Sun Lee from Kim's Convenience. It is his first Star Wars role. The New Republic apparently has an arrest warrant out for Mando because he helped break a criminal out of prison, which is fair enough.
Yep.
When the pilots rescue Mando and the Razor Crest later in the episode, we learn that his leaving the other mercenaries in prison and trying to save a New Republic officer was noticed, so they let him go. Gotta love karma. It isn't quite enough to get the pilots to help fix up the Razor Crest, though. Like that scene,
That was a dick move, dude.
that was so funny.
No shit.
It's
Yeah.
like, you want to come down here and help me out? Well, how about we not arrest you and you fix it?
It's a dick move, but they're really cutting him a break.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Like I love that whole scene.
Like they know he's a Mandalorian, he'll be fine.
Like they could have arrested him and then shipped the child off to like CPS or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
The Child Protective Services.
But no, that-
oh my
like
God,
that whole
that's
scene,
so
and
good.
then like he said earlier, like just watching the Razor Crest get just so much beat up now over time, and
Like,
it's still
fucked
looking that
up.
way.
It's forever unclean after all those
Forever
spiders got
Right,
it.
exactly.
That's
Razor
two
Crest.
today.
Dude, I'm with you on it.
Oh, I already know. Yeah, dude. If you want to talk about the league, we can
We
do.
can
Is
go
a-
that the
hours,
next
bro.
podcast? All right,
Yeah.
cool. Fucking
we can do.
I'll let you borrow the gear. I'll just edit that.
That's fine
Yeah,
because
man.
we can do this all day.
Whenever I drink, like the next morning, I always send the crap the booze out gif.
Corn dog.
But yeah,
corn
no,
dog,
that
corn dog.
was a great scene. I love that whole little area right there. And like I said, this episode to me was it was filled with like so much more humor than a couple of the other ones. I guess maybe because they needed to put that in because it is a filler episode.
Yeah, you just kind of have to. I mean, unfortunately, but that not even unfortunately, it was a really good episode.
Yeah.
It was a filler to kind of redirect and
But it's a filler worth
Reset.
watching.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, just because you said this and we're talking about the league, sorry, not to diverge one more time.
That's what editing's for.
You ready? No. Are you ready for this connection?
What?
Dude, I'm linking it together. The main protagonist of Battlefront 2 is Shiva.
Shiva
Yeah.
Kamini Somakanda Crown.
The
Yeah,
fuck?
dog, hell yeah. And she is my fucking dream. She is God resting bitch face, and I love her.
you probably loved her in True Blood then.
Absolutely.
I forgot she was in True Blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I like the Genosha map.
You've jerked off to that, not me.
The story was the campaign was good in that game.
I was annoyed with it because I really wanted, like when they were building it up, they were like, "This is the Empire's Luke, Leia, and Han." Like,
Right.
you're gonna like the Empire has heroes, and these are their heroes. And I was like, "Fuck yes!" Like, and then it became like another story of like, "Oh, it's a defector."
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. All right, sorry.
No, you're good. This episode should maybe contain a trigger warning for people who get the heebie-jeebies at the sight of spiders. After the Razor Crest crash lands spectacularly on an icy, desolate
Oh, wait, you can get Desolate out. What's the next one?
Moss Eyes.
world, Baby Yoda accidentally awakens a bunch of horrifying spider creatures. It's a little like Alien, except the green dude gobbles up a baby spider. Yummy. The spiders might remind you of the Krakenon. Right above my thumb.
Sure, whatever. Go.
Yeah, sure. We're gonna go with
Creek
that.
now?
I'm waiting for the other word that he's not gonna have a hard time saying.
The W one with all the Y's in it.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Well, when I say the, that's gonna be the next word out of your mouth.
Oh, I don't even know. I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, good luck, dude.
Yeah. Y'all know it's
They're spiders.
yeah.
They white spider and big as hail.
Kragnosine in the Rebels, or even the Y-Shock from
Privileged
Jedi Fallen
spider.
Order. But Lucasfilm's creative arts manager Phil Sostak, yeah, confirmed that there are.
That's just like a dude's name. That's
Oh,
like usually like having
fuck
trouble
people's
with just
names.
like he's like, oh, this is Jeff Billum, Bill.
Relum. Confirmed that they are a different species inspired by the same Ralph McQuarrie design. They regularly share Star Wars details on Twitter, so I highly recommend fans follow them.
Ralph
So
who?
yeah, so now we're in the scene where she's getting all jiggy with it in the hot tub, all naked, looking like a sexy frog.
Oh, let's not talk about that.
Oh, let's talk about the little cutscene that's very reminiscent of Alien, though.
Right.
Dude, super like that was fucking sick. Like
Yeah.
when it literally, I'm watching with friends and they're like, man, if that fucking egg opens up like an alien, and, it was just,
Yeah, and as soon as it did, he was like, "Oh, food."
and then he ate it. Oh, son of a bitch! He's a chill man. He's a grown boy, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, dude, that kid's like 50 years old though. Like he's got some experience on him.
I mean, listen, your metabolism slows down, baby Yoda. You gotta
Yeah.
cut down.
What age?
Look at your
200.
Yeah, you mean-
yeah. Look at your granddaddy. Look what happened to him.
1,000 years later.
What was he? Was 900 years old?
900. My
Yeah.
friend, someone did the math, and what was it?
That's awesome.
Was it?
Y'all don't hear, but whenever he sucks in on the
Oh,
video,
it
you
just-
hear
It's the electronics in here interfering with
Oh, that's funny.
the mic. Oh god. Oh.
I'm not even going to continue what I said because I forgot what I was going to get to, and I don't want to go.
No.
I don't remember.
Oh.
I do, but I don't.
There was so much going on. It just
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking.
Oh, we're talking about the eggs.
Yeah, he ate.
But no, you're sorry.
someone was doing the math.
Oh,
the math. Yeah, the
So
math
a
on
friend of
Yoda.
mine. So in Empire, I think, or might be Return, when Yoda's like, train Jedi for 800 years, good you look, and we were talking about it, and my buddy's like, well, if he's 800, he's 900 when he dies, and Baby Yoda's 50. Timelines don't match up exactly. Anyway, it fucked me up. That's neither here nor there.
Just know
cut
he's
that.
like from the a biblical standpoint, he's Abraham. So like he just lives for like 1,000 years. Like their average lifespan is probably like 1,000 years, if I had to guess.
Yeah, Yoda was 900 when he died. So,
Yeah.
I'd give it a solid.
Yeah, so I mean, somebody that didn't put their body through the ringer over the course of 1,000 years, I'm pretty sure would die a little bit later.
Yeah.
And dude, like, he was just stressed the fuck out. Like,
Yeah, I mean, he had no health care either on Dagobah, so
Yeah.
I mean, it could be longer.
Fucking need to get Space Joe Biden in here.
Yeah.
We have a Space Force now.
fucking
Hell yeah.
Palpatine care.
That's right. Thanks, Palpatine.
But yeah, so then
You've
the
ruined
egg
all
opens
Star
up.
Wars.
Next thing you know, she's getting her clothes on, which I love how it cut from, like, it didn't even show her, like, fully.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
I saw what they did there.
Yeah. Like,
The way that transition happened, it was pretty funny.
we can't show frog cooch.
No. But yeah, then this, the eggs all start opening up, grabs baby, getting the eggs back in the tank, and then it's off for the fight of your life, essentially.
Love when how he turns on his like flame, hits it, and it's very cool.
Yeah, I still like that and the what was it called, the little mini
the
rocket
blue
launchers.
things. Fuck, what are they called? Something
Sparrows, some whistling
Whistling Dixie.
Yeah.
whistling sparrows or some shit. Anyway, Mando's gadgets are fucking cool as shit. He's like space James Bond, like. But yeah, and it's funny that you're talking about her clothing too, because like whenever all the spiders start coming out, and then she gets out of the hot tub, like it just cuts to her automatically clothed.
Right.
Like she just threw it on super quick.
Yeah. It really fucked me up when she started like frogging it. Like she got on all fours.
Dude, that was the weirdest shit ever. Because she was running normal, and then all of a sudden,
like,
just,
hyperdrive.
Yeah, full frog.
But it wasn't.
She was
even
in full
that-
frog drive.
It wasn't even that much faster, too.
Like
No,
she
dude.
went straight from Frog Lady to fucking
Like, if
Battletoad
she
and
was
just like took
If
off.
she was further behind him and then did
Like,
it
jetted
and got
him?
in front of him,
No.
that would have made more sense.
No, I
but
would've hated
she was
everything
in
about that.
front and just goes into frog mode.
Yeah, she's like, "Fuck you, dude! I'm getting my eggs out of here."
Come on.
I want to backtrack for just a second. Something we skipped on. What about when she fucking tore down that armor shit so that she could fucking talk to him? That shit was weird.
That was wild. I also felt like, to complain, I guess, a little bit, I felt that was strange and not, like she could
Like
interface.
she shouldn't have had that skill.
Well, not even that she shouldn't, but like that was it. That was the extent of that.
Oh
like,
yeah, you didn't get more.
She
of
didn't
it.
like use her skill to break down droids to help fix the ship, or
Right.
like it was just like her. just being
Instead,
like,
she just stormed off and took a bath.
She's like,
Yeah.
I could do this for you, but I'm gonna use this to my advantage.
She went like
and what's
full
gonna help
wifey
me?
mode. I'm gonna do this just so I can argue with you.
You,
Oh,
you know what fucked
absolutely.
me up the most on it though is I'm pretty sure the voice of that droid is Taika Waititi.
the voice of the droid. Have you ever watched the IT Crowd?
Oh, is it that dude?
Mm-hmm.
I know which one you're talking about. The black guy, right?
Yes.
Fuck, he's so funny, dude.
Jermaine Dupree.
Welcome to Atlanta.
Nope, excuse me. Richard Ayoade.
Oh, that guy's funny.
It sounded like
Yeah.
Taika Waititi though.
Yes.
So my bad.
You're with it, man. I'm just here. Listen,
Hey, he's here to
I'm just here to
correct us
tell y'all
the way it is.
things.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Another thing about that scene too is I was wondering where that scene was going to go. I did not expect it to get like all the way to the cockpit where they finally.
Oh yeah, I thought they would close them off somewhere, but
Right.
it was super aliensy to have it be so enclosed and almost the thing, like to where you're just in this enclosed.
And the color
Area and you
the
can't
color
go around.
palette they used was very much Prometheus too.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Again, beautiful movie.
Yeah.
I also loved that when the New Republic pilots come in, and the blaster that they have is same blasters from. I mean, of course you're gonna have them, but they looked good. Same blasters from that a lot of them used in Hoth. It's just cool shit like that. They again a lot of love in this TV show.
This is the very little details and like, subtle callbacks to everything, which like only real Star Wars fans will pick up on.
Yeah.
And that just shows the passion that Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni throw into this,
Yeah, absolutely.
which makes it that much more incredible, in my opinion.
After escaping the spiders, Mando manages to get the Razor Crest up and running in a limited way. He gets the engine working but can't repair the mangled hull, so he, Baby Yoda, Frog Lady, and her eggs are all stuck in the cockpit as the ship sputters through space. I'd be so scared.
That shit was so funny too. He's like, I can't decompress everything, so we're gonna have to get cozy in the cockpit.
Because of the cockpit. Well, he's seen her naked, so he's
Yeah.
just been like,
Do you think he was like?
I clapped them frog ass cheeks.
Yeah. Do you think he was like pulled his little Mando pecker out and was like, hey, you into it or what? He's asleep.
Are you asking me if he has sexually assaulted the frog lady?
Maybe not assaulted, but was like strongly suggested.
He's like, I'll fertilize them eggs, girl. What's up?
This is the way.
He just J-O'd into the egg container.
He fertilized. That's why that's why at the end of the episode that little tadpole came out. Because it
Came out with the helmet. That's fucked up.
and like the little jetpack and shit.
Dude. Fuck. I said a lot of weird things just in the last 2 minutes. I feel bad about it.
But if we're
That's what happens when people like you and I get a hold of Star Wars.
Hell yeah.
Baby Yoda, the little guy, is more prominent in this episode and has very cute moments. We hear him kind of purring when Mando uses his jetpack to kill the goon on Tatooine. He can't stop eating Frog Lady's eggs and clearly knows he shouldn't. To be fair, they do look delicious. Oh, I'm not saying.
I don't know all that nonsense.
Yeah. He and Mando share a bedroom. Mando in the main bunk with the little guy in a cute hammock above. Frog Lady hugs her eggs close before going to sleep, but he cheekily swallows one he grabbed earlier. That shit was so funny. I love that whole episode, and it continues is what I love about it.
Yeah, it was a good running gag.
Do you
Absolutely.
And
remember
it
that?
ended with it too.
Do you remember that movie Baby's Day Out?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it reminds me of a little bit. Just like this little badass baby that just gets in all kinds of hijinks.
That's a good skit. Baby Yoda's Day Out.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm an ideas man.
Send that to Lauren Michaels over at Saturday Night Live.
So with all that being said, that was pretty much where it ended right there. We've got a few Easter eggs here. Pele introduces Mando to the amazing Dr. Mandible, who's basically a giant Ant-Man. Presumably, this was a nod to Ant-Man director Peyton Reed and the giant pet ant seen in those movies. Oh, cool.
Interesting.
Pele and Dr. Mandible are playing Sabacc as Mando arrives. She is an idiot's array, a rare hand that's mentioned in Solo.
Mm-hmm.
Rhodians?
Rhodians. Yeah.
Rhodians apparently like their meat overcooked, in case you're ever cooking for one. Pele yells at her Treadwell repair droid not to overcook the crate dragon meat Mando brought. The droid is cooking the meat using a pod racer engine, a reference to Ronto Rooster restaurant in Galaxy's Edge.
Ronto's Wraps. Roasters. Ronto's Roasters. There we go. Jesus.
We seldom see language barriers in Star Wars because there's usually a protocol around to translate. Mando isn't wild about droids, though he struggles to communicate with Frog Lady. So, I mean... Oh, I guess I didn't really notice that.
That he uses a droid to talk to her and he doesn't like droids?
Well, no, the fact that he doesn't have trouble translating
yes.
species and people out there, but I guess I didn't connect the dots. He did have trouble.
Well, it was just
communicating
that.
with her.
He's well versed, just not.
No.
There's
Yeah,
not
well, that's
so
frog.
many.
So, like, literally, he goes through a line, a list of different, like, non-basic languages that he knows. He even speaks Huttese, which is the Jabba the Hutt language, which is pretty fucking sick. But, yeah.
The fact that he could do Tuscan language was even more incredible.
For real.
So, I'm sure y'all probably all saw that I guess they hired a deaf person to play one of the Tuscans, and he created a like sign language for Tuscan Raiders, which is another really cool aspect that they threw into it.
Yeah, it's just, and that's like I can't. I'm not fanboying over it. It's just like the respect that I have for him for Jon Favreau just to incorporate so many different diversities and aspects of people into this universe. It's mind blowing. Like from the guy from the 501st all the way to a deaf person playing a Tusken Raider and creating their own sign language. Like it's just the little details that he focuses on and implements into the series it's fucking incredible. Like my hat's off to this guy. I love him to death.
Absolutely.
All right, did he finish? Okay, cool.
Is anything anybody else wants to add? Any Easter eggs? Any things they want to point out about the episode 2 here?
That was the end of this one where they're in the cockpit, and then the little spider dude's like up in the ceiling.
Oh, he's...
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, like you see like 12 different pictures of Baby Yoda, and then Yeah, he goes to drop down, and then like Mando just catches it, and like fucking Baby Yoda just eats it. I thought that was cute.
I think it was a reference to. Well, in the next episode, we'll talk about that.
I'm so excited about the next episode.
Dude, I can't. I'm already got goosebumps.
Yeah, I'm half chubbed right now.
All right. Well, you want to take us out of here?
This has been the rundown review of episode 2 of season 2 of The Mandalorian. Please stay tuned for the next 5 seconds because we're going right into episode 3. So buckle up.
Yeah, we're a little behind, guys. So please.
That's why we're catching up right now.
Right, we're all catching up right now. It's of course busy.
Yeah, this will be out before episode 5.
Busy time of the year. But don't worry, everything's coming out this week. So please stay tuned for season 2, episode 3, and we'll see you next time.